Hello everyone, I'm Karatunga Joseph and I'm going to take you through today's item. Let's see our instruction. It says use an appropriate application to load a file saved as HSC results.xlsx and save it as your name and personal number. So when you see XLSX, that is a file extension for Microsoft Excel files or documents. Okay, so we are going to create a new folder in our names on the desktop by right clicking. Then we go to new folder. Then we save it as our name and personal number. Then we click enter twice to open it. Then I can maximize my folder. So this folder is empty, but we need to load the file, so I will first close it. I look for the support files folder on my desktop. I open it. I look for a file called HSC results. I click on it once, then I right click. After right clicking, I select copy. After selecting copy, I close the support files folder. I open my personal folder. So after opening my personal folder, I right click inside, then I select paste. Okay, then the outside we save it again as our name and personal number. So I will right click on it, then I select rename. Then I will have to write there my name and personal number. Karatunga Joseph 758. Then I click enter twice to open it. Then it will have to open as an Excel worksheet. Okay, so this is how our number looks like. I can first scroll and look and see where it is ending. So it is ending on cell A23 down here. Okay, so let's go straight to the questions. The first question says use a function to determine the lowest scores in history, int and lit, and place your answers in cells B22, C22 and D22 respectively. Okay, so I will come. This is history, this is int, this is lit. So they want the lowest scores in those subjects, and I can see there is a label here for lowest and highest. I can decide to bold these two labels, so by clicking on this letter B. Okay, so here to calculate the lowest score, we use a function called the mean function. So I will say equal sign mean from the word minimum. Then I open brackets. After opening brackets, I highlight all the values in this column. I end on the last person, that is Kayanja Kelly. Then after highlighting, I close my brackets and I strike the enter key. After finding the lowest value, I can drag fill horizontally to find to get the results, the lowest scores for those of int and lit. Okay, that number is done. Then we go to part B. Use a function to determine the highest score in history, int and lit, and place your answers in cells B23, C23 and D23 respectively. Okay, so now we are going to find the highest score. Here we use a function called the max function, equal sign max. We open brackets, then we highlight all the marks for history from the first student to the last, that is Kayanja Kelly, who is in cell B21. Then I close the brackets and I strike the enter key. Okay, after pressing the enter key, I can click in the answer I got. Then I drag fill horizontally to find the highest score for the other two subjects. Okay, that's how we calculate the lowest value and highest value in a range of values. So we can move on to the next question. Select the range B2 to B21 and use conditional formatting feature to apply a light red fill color to the cell bearing the highest score. Okay, so first of all we are going to select the range B2 and B2 to B21. So B2 to B21, if I can see B2 here, we have the marks for history. So when I highlight this range from B2 to B21, those are the history marks. They've said we use a conditional formatting feature to highlight a cell containing the highest score. So I will come here on conditional formatting. I come to highlight cell rules. I look for a cell which I will use this text that contains, since I already know the highest score is 87 from the table. So I will come on highlight cell rules. I come to text that contains. So the highest score is 87. I write it there. Then they've said we fill it with which color? A light red fill color. So I select it, then I click OK. So you can see now in my range the cell containing the highest score is highlighted with that color. Okay. Then we move on to the next question, and they are saying select the range D2 to D21 and use conditional formatting feature to apply a green fill with a dark green text color to all cells bearing scores below 45. Okay, so now we are going on cells D2. D2, I can see they are marks for literature, so I highlight D2 from cells D2 to D21. Okay, after highlighting I use the conditional formatting feature. So I need to use this feature for values or marks which are below 45. So after coming to highlight cell rules, I will come to less than here. I put 45. So the color here they said I use a green fill with a dark green text. So I choose this, then I click OK. That is done. Okay. So we can move on to the next question. They are saying part E, sort the data in descending order by name. Okay, so I will highlight my entire table including the column headers. I end on the last student. I ignore the last two cells. Then I go to sort and filter. I go to custom sort. So here I will sort by name. I select name. The order is descending. For descending order, that is Z to A. Then you have to make sure this word is ticked. My data has headers. If you're using custom sort, make sure this word is ticked. My data has headers. Then I click OK. So now you can see K is the last among the names I have. It's the last name in my range. Then K, I, E, B, then lastly A. That is descending order. Okay. Then I go to part F. They are saying, part F is saying insert new columns to the right of history, end, and lit, and assign the headings history points, end points, and lit points respectively. Okay. So to insert a new column to the right of history here, you stand in end, then you right click, you insert entire column, click OK. So the new column comes to the right of history. Then to insert a new column to the right of end, you stand in lit, you right click, you insert entire column, you click OK. The same here. To insert a row to the right of lit, you stand in sub points, you right click, you go to insert entire column, click OK. Okay, we move on to the next question. They are saying, still on the same question, after inserting those columns, we assign headings to those columns, history points, end points, and lit points respectively. Okay, so here I will type history points. Then here I will put end points. Then here I will put lit points. Okay. Then after that, I move to the next question. That is part G. Highlight the entire column for lit points and clear all conditional formatting rules on the selected cells. So you can see in the lit points there are some, these rules have also been activated here. So they need us to clear them. So I will highlight these cells with those rules. Then after, I go back to conditional formatting. Then I select clear rules. Clear rules from selected cells. I click there. So you can see now they have disappeared. Okay. So we move to the part H. Part H says all the text in new columns in F should be formatted to light blue color, centered and bold. Okay, so all the text here in history points, I will highlight this column. I end here, I press Ctrl, I highlight even the column for end points. Still I press Ctrl, I highlight the lit points column. Okay, they need it to be centered. I click on centered. The color is light blue. I choose light blue. Then also bold. I can see they are already bold. So I can click on bold. Okay. That one is done. We move to the next question. They are saying use, that is part I, they are saying use the grading table below to create an appropriate table array in the range A25 to B32. So A25 to B32, that is the range where we are going to draw this table array. And if you are too observant, this range is from 25 to 32, meaning we shall draw it vertically. Okay, so in cell A25 we shall put there the mark going downwards. Then in B25 we shall put there the points. Okay, so now we can come in our work and we look for cell A25. It's here. I write my title as mark. Then this side points. Okay, I can highlight them all and I bold them for my work to look smart. So we see we have item 5 to 100, those are 6 points. Item to item 4, 5 points. 70 to 79, 4 points. 60 to 69, 3 points. And lastly here 39 to 0, that is 0 points. Okay, so but when we are writing in Excel this table array, we write for like 0 to 39. We don't write the way how it is, we just write 0. 40 to 49 we write 40, meaning we begin from the smallest. Okay, so I can see we have 0, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, then 85. Okay, so here we write 0. Instead of 0 to 39 I write 0. Then instead of 40 to 49 I write 40. 50 to 59 I write 50. 60 to 69 I write 60. 70 to 79 I write 70. 80 to 84 I write 80. 85 to 100 I write 85. Okay, that's how we do the table array. Then the points here, this one has 0 points. Then this one has 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, 4 points, 5 points, lastly 6 points. Okay, then I can work. As I save my work, I save here. Okay, so what is the question after creating our table array? They are saying using the VLOOKUP function, assign correct history points, end points, and delete points to the new inserted columns respectively. Okay, so here we are going to come and use the VLOOKUP function. We are beginning with history points. We shall say equal sign v lookup, we open brackets, then they are asking us for the lookup value here. So the lookup value is the first value in history. So it is in cell B2. I can write it there, B2. So you can see it is selected. I put a comma. They are asking us now for the table array. So I will come down here, I highlight my table array. I highlight all my table array. Immediately after highlighting, I press F4 on the keyboard, or you add the dollar signs manually. Let me add them manually, but you can press F4 and they come there direct. So I lock cell A and B, column A and B. I am locking them. That's I'm making my work absolute. I put a comma. So after putting a comma, now they are asking for the column index number. So which column are we referring to in our table array? Do we want column 1 which has the max, or column 2 which has the points? So we need column 2 which has the points. So I put 2. Then I close the brackets. I enter. Okay. After entering, I can see the first boy has 4 points, meaning for him is from 70 to 79. If we check 70, it is here, 4 points, meaning our answers are correct. Then I can drag fill for the rest of the students. Okay, so this one has 1 point. He has 40, between 40 to 49, 1 point. Okay, so we do the same for int. Say equal sign VLOOKUP, we open brackets, the lookup value, we click in D2, that is the cell for the end points, D2. We put a comma. The comma takes us to the table array. We scroll down and highlight our table array. Immediately after highlighting our table array, we can put dollar signs. Okay. After putting dollar signs here at the end, okay, at the end I can put a comma. Then I put which column index number. It is column 2, the one containing our points. Then I close the brackets. Okay, then I can press enter. Afterwards, I drag fill for the rest of the students. Okay, I go to delete points. I do the same, equal sign VLOOKUP. I open brackets. The lookup value is F2. I put a comma. The table array is down. I highlight it. Immediately after highlighting, I can add dollar signs. Let me use the formula bar. Shift 4. I press Shift 4. But if you're using a desktop or a laptop which is allowing you to press F4 and it works, it is okay. You can press F4 on your keyboard. The dollar signs will be automatic. Then I press comma. I put a comma here. Then the column index number is 2. I can ignore the range lookup here. And I put a closing bracket. Then I enter. Then afterwards, I can drag fill. Okay, that's drag filling. So we are done. I save changes. Okay, I can move to the next question. So the next question, that is question K. They are saying insert a new row above the first row to contain a bold centered 15 PTS or points title running from A1 to K1, reading senior 6 end of term 1 results. Okay, so how do we create a new row above? I come in any cell in the first row, I right click, I insert entire row, I click OK. After appearing, I highlight, and from A1 to K1 they've said we center, so I will merge and center. I click on merge and center, and then I can write in the subheading senior or the heading senior 6 end of term 1 results. Then they said our heading should be 15 points, meaning the font size is 15. I come here, I look for 15, it's not here. I just type 15 here, then I click enter to activate it. Then they said it should be bold. I also bold it. What else? Let me check. Bold centered 15. Okay, it is done. Okay, we move to the next question. In the total points column, calculate the total point for the 3 subjects and subsidiary points. Okay, so here in A level, to get the total points, they add the subsidiary points and the points you've got in your other subjects. Okay, so the total points, I will use a formula this time round. I will say equal sign. I click in the points for history, I add the points for ent, I add the points for lit, I add the points for the sub points, the subsidiary points. Those are in cell H2, H3 now. Okay, then I click enter. So the first student has 9 points. Then I can drag fill up to the last student. Okay, that's how we calculate the total using a formula. Yeah, then we move to part M. They are saying use the rank function to assign positions based on total points. The rank function to assign positions based on total points. Okay, so to position students, we are going to use the rank function. Okay, equal sign rank. We open brackets. Then when you open brackets, they are saying they need the number. The number is what we are basing on. We are basing on total points. I click there once. I put a comma. So the comma takes me to the reference. What are you referring to? I'm referring to the whole column of total points. I highlight the whole column. Immediately you make it absolute by pressing F4 on your keyboard, or when you press F4 it puts in $signs, or you can put them manually. You lock cell I, you lock column I, column I, you lock column I. Okay, afterwards you put a comma. Then the order, we have 0 for descending and 1 for ascending. Descending means the student with the highest total points will become number 1 as his position. Then ascending means the student with the lowest total points will become number 1 in the position or in ranking. So in real life, the one with the highest is the one who is ranked number 1. So this is, we are going to choose order 0. I press 0, then I close brackets and I enter. Okay, the first student has 12 points. Is the 12th in class, not points. So I can drag fill and see. So you can see the first student is here, he has 14 points. Who is the second? Has 12. That's how we rank. Okay, then I can save changes. I click. So we go to part N. They are saying, with reference to the remarks schedule below, use the HLOOKUP function to determine the correct promotional status for each student. Okay, so we are going to use this table to determine the correct promotional status for each student. So we have a new column here for promotional status. So we are going to use this table to determine the promotional status for each student. Okay, so I can see they are saying total points and here remarks. So those with total points 11 and above, they should be promoted. Those with 8 to 10, that the remark is super exam. Okay, then below 8 points he should repeat. Okay, so but they have said we use the HLOOKUP function so how do we use the HLOOKUP function? Above we use the VLOOKUP. Now they are saying we use the HLOOKUP. So to use the HLOOKUP, you have to first draw your table array also anywhere. So I will draw my table array here. So the first one is is total points, then remark. Okay, I will write here total points, then here I will put remark or remarks. Okay, then after I can wrap these total points, I highlight them and I bold them. Okay, I can double click to increase the column width. The total points here, let's see in the table, we have 11 and above, but the rule is we begin from the smallest when drawing the table array. So I will begin from here. They have started from below 8, so meaning from 0 to 7. Those should have repeat. So I will come and write here the smallest is 0 to 7, then 8 to 10 I will write 8, then 11 and above I write 11. Okay, the remark here is repeat. Then the remark here is super exam. I don't know whether it's super or what. Then the remark here is promoted. Okay, I hope that's how it is. Yes. Okay, so after drawing this table array of ours, we use the HLOOKUP function as we were instructed. We say equal sign HLOOKUP. Okay, after we open brackets, after opening brackets, they are asking us for the lookup value. We are going to use the total points column. Yes, lookup value is the total point. I put a comma. Table array, I highlight my table array here. Okay, after highlighting, I make it absolute by putting in $signs. Shift 4, I lock column M. Shift 4, I also lock column P. Shift 4, and I also shift 4. Then at the end, I put a comma. Then they're asking me for the row index number here. The row index number, I'm referring to row 2, which has our comments. I put 2. Then I close brackets and I enter. Okay, this is the super exam. Then I can drag fill for the rest of the students. Okay, that's how we use the HLOOKUP function. This one has repeat because it has below 8 points. This one with for 8 points, he has super exam because he's 8 and between 8 to 10. This one has 10, is also super exam. This one has 11, is promoted. So my table array is correct. And then I can save changes. Okay, it's good to work as you save. Okay, we move to the next question. They are saying apply all borders to your work, copy and paste it to sheet 2. Okay, so to apply borders, I will highlight everything that I have done on this sheet. Okay, let me highlight again. I will stand here. In the heading, I highlight everything, including the table arrays. Okay. Then I come on borders here. I click, I select all borders. Okay, that is how we put borders. Then they've said I should copy it to sheet 2. So I right click after highlighting. I come to copy. I come here on sheet 2. I come in cell A1 here. I right click from there. Then I select paste. So let me use the second paste, because the first paste I'm seeing some. Okay, let me use this first one. Okay, I can now maximize the column width such that my work fits in properly in some cells. Promotional. Okay, position in class. Then I can reduce the row height. Okay, then I save changes. Okay. So why did they say we copy to sheet 2? Let's continue. So I'm going to the next, and that is our last question. Filter out all students who scored less than 50 in entrepreneurship and are going to sit super exam on sheet 2. Okay, so they want us to filter out those who scored less than 50 in entrepreneurship. So I will come, I highlight all the column. I can highlight all my column headers for all students. I can ignore the lowest and highest labels down. So I come to sort and filter. I click on filter. When you click on filter, there are these filter icons which appear on each and every column I have selected. But the question was saying we filter out students who have less than 50 marks in Ent. So I'll come on this icon and under the Ent, I come to number filters. I select less than. I put is less than. I write here 50. Then I click OK. That is one. And they've added and said less than 50 in Ent and are going to sit super exam on and are going to sit super exam. So these ones are less than 50 in Ent. I can see that the 9. Okay, but are they sitting super exam? No, and I'm seeing one. So they want me to filter again this one with the super exam. So I will come now here on the promotional status. I click here. So I will come and choose. I tick super exam. The rest I remove the tick. So I will remove the tick on all. I tick super exam. Then I click OK. So there is one student with super exam and has less than 50 marks in Ent. Thereafter I save my work. So let me check if there is any other question. They are saying this is the end. So I want to thank you all for being here today, for watching my my videos, subscribe, tell friends and friends to subscribe. Let's grow the channel together. When you subscribe, I will bring more and sweet videos like this one. Okay, thank you so much. So I'm done. I can close my work and I save. Thank you so much.